Hello, my name is Razor Wanarot, and this tutorial video is intended for use with the Breadcraft server and for use with the Mondo chess system. For those of you interested in playing on the Breadcraft server, please check out www.breadcraft.net, and all the information for our server is located there. Okay, so basically what this tutorial video has to do with the Mondo chess system. It's a new system that I developed to negate two problems that you have with the Mondo chess system for people who have large storage areas. The first problem is that when you deposit into chests, you have to have markers. So if you have multiple chests, so let's say you've got 4 chests, you have to have a marker item in each of those chests for a particular item to be deposited into. Now when you do the /Mondo find that particular item, you can only pull up till you have 1 left. If you take that last item, there's no longer a marker in that chest, and you have no way of accessing your other 3 chests. You'd have to go into the storage facility manually and find it, or you'd have to go and pull that last item to pull from the next box and go replace that item later on. What this does is this negates the need for that completely. The other thing is if you have very large storage areas, such as the one that we have at Rock Clan Home, we have 4,000 chests. We have 1 sign for every 3 chests, is how our system's set up, which leaves us with about 1,333 signs, roughly. Problem is a sign right now is considered by Minecraft as an entity and creates pretty heavy lag when you stack a lot of it up in one area. Now, something that size, or even half that size, takes the frame rate of my computer, which is normally at 200, and knocks it down to about 15 to 20. And that is not good, especially for players running computers that aren't as strong as that. A lot of players on the server can only run 20 to 30 FPS on a regular day, and a system like that would destroy their ability to even be able to play. So, not very useful. What this system does is this will take all of that out of the equation and allow for massive storage for all players, and it's extremely easy to work with. Now, basically what I'll show you is that it allows a deposit system and a withdrawal system. Now, they are 2 separate systems, but the idea behind it is that everything you put into this system will filter into this system. Now, we'll take this, for example, we'll just toss a stack in there, and we'll go ahead and hit the deposit button. Come on over here. Do Mondo find, and as you can see, in that 1 chest, the only chest with carrots in it on this system, all the carrots are being cycled into this chest. Now, I'll show you how to build that system, but pretty much as this fills up, once this entire chest is full, it will then stack into a hopper above that, and a chest above that, and a hopper above that, and a chest above that for as many times as you want. And when you go into the Mondo Find system and you pull carrots out, or you pull whatever item out you have, it will immediately replace in the main chest on the bottom with the items from the hoppers and chests above it. Without, and this is the key, without ever removing the 1 item that is in this particular system that is needed in order to deposit items into the bank. Okay, so pretty much what you guys are going to need is you're going to need, obviously, whatever item you're going to be placing in there. You're going to need stone bricks or whatever item you're going to be using as your main building material. I'm just picking stone bricks because it's easy and simple and basic. Redstone. You'll need 5 pieces of redstone for each module of this system. You'll need 1 redstone comparator. You'll need 3 redstone repeaters, 1 redstone torch, 4 signs, an indiscriminate amount of hoppers and chests, depending on how big or tall you want to make the system. I'm obviously not going to be making it out of 64 right now because I'm just building this to show you guys how it works. And then obviously your item that you'll be placing into that particular bank. Okay, so basically we're going to go over here, away from that one, doesn't really matter. And we're going to be starting off with a basic chest. Okay, so you got that. Now, for those of you who don't know how hoppers work, you have to hold shift in order to attach the hopper to the chest. I know a lot of people on the server have been asking about that, and that's how you link it. So if I were to do it on top, you'll see that there is an extra piece of the hopper that comes down and attaches to the chest there. Now, if I were to do it on the side, you could see that that piece, instead of being on the bottom, is now on the side, plugged into the chest. That's how you know that it's plugged into the actual chest. So we're going to come up here, and what you want to do is you want to put a hopper on top, and a chest, another hopper, another chest, another hopper, and really you can do that as many times as you want to make the system as tall as you want. Another option to being able to do this, instead of building it in a straight up line, is to be able to come onto the back here, and then put your chest on top there, and then another hopper on the side, and then you can do a zigzag pattern up like that to maximize storage, and that actually works out rather well. That's giving me trouble. Okay, so, but yeah, you can do a zigzag pattern like that, but we're just going to do a straight up and down just to keep it simple and basic so that you guys can see how this is done. And that's giving me problems. Oh, that's why. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do it one higher just for the sake of this video. Actually, no, we'll leave it like that. So pretty much everything between this chest and this chest, you can have as many hoppers and chests as you want to create the maximum amount of storage. And before anybody asks, I know somebody will, yes, it can be used with double chests. And you only need one single hopper going into the box below, not two like it used to be. So what we'll do is we'll create over here a Mondo chest for the deposit. Now you don't have to put deposit on it, obviously, because it's just there for show, so that way you guys can see what's going on. And then we come over here. Do the corresponding Mondo slave. So then if you don't know how the Mondo chest system works, right click the Mondo chest, right click the Mondo slave, one chest added to the bank. So now we've got the set where we can now deposit carrots up in here. But the problem is, if you take a look, you drop carrots in there, the carrots immediately start filtering out of the system. So what we're doing here is we're going to create something that allows that to stop from happening. And how we do that is with comparators. So you'll need 4 blocks here. On the 4th block, you can go ahead and put a block up top like that. You're going to take your comparator and place it pointing away from the chest. Now, basically, if you don't know, comparators can sense how many blocks are in the chest, or how many items are in the chest. Depending on how many items are in the chest or how full the chest is the percentage of how much this fills up, how strong the signal is coming out. Now, the idea behind this is that we still want one item in there. So when we put one item in there, well, we'll have to finish the blocks here. Okay, so you place that there, there, and then one more up front. And you're going to put redstone torch to reverse the signal. You place a repeater, 1, 2, 3. What these repeaters are doing is basically preventing a short circuit from crossing over into the main path. And you can plug into the side of comparators, so that's why this 3rd one is here. So we come back up front, and we need 2 more blocks there. And you're going to take the rest of your redstone dust and place it down to the front. Now, essentially what we've done here is we have turned off this hopper because it is now powered by this redstone. So if you take carrots and put it into the chest, it's no longer there. Now, as I said before, the amount of items that are in the chest depends on how strong the signal is. Now what we want to do here is we're trying to get it when enough items are in the chest, the signal will strengthen and power this block, which will turn off this redstone and shut off this signal, allowing the hopper to open up. The result is when we get more items than we need into the system, it shuts off and starts filtering carrots down. So, and then it will stop at around 53, I believe. So 58. So unfortunately, the only major downside is you have to have the system primed. As long as the system is primed with enough items in here, it will continue to work properly, or it will shut it off. Now, the thing is when you have individual items, let's say potions, for example, when you have potions that don't stack, it takes up to 4 slots to fill up to shut it off. So it will continue to pull items from the top chest until there are only 4 left. Now what we need to do is we need to create the withdrawal system. The withdrawal system, obviously, it's just going to be another system for Mondo chest. And then we'll go ahead and put a slave sign on this bottom one here. And don't forget to link the two. So, and there we go, 1 chest added to bank. Now, essentially what we can do is we can go in and we can dump all these carrots in the system, deposit to the Mondo chest. You can see that it turned off, and it is now, if you take a look, you can see that it is filtering in through all the hoppers and down into the bottom chest. Now you go up to your withdrawal system, right click it, Mondo find the carrots, and you'll notice that everything is depositing into the system. So essentially what we have done here is we have created a chest storage system that can be as many chests as you want for a single item, instead of having multiple signs for multiple chests for multiple items. As many chests as you want, as much storage as you possibly need. You can make this as tall as you want, you could zigzag it all over the place, and all you'll have is you'll have a deposit and you'll have a withdrawal. The other great thing about this is for people who run a clan, what you can do is you can leave the deposit open so that way people can deposit into the main bank all the time, and you can lock the withdrawal away behind a locked door, so untrusted members or members you don't want to have access to the storage system won't have access to be able to remove items, but only drop items. It's another benefit of this. The entire footprint of this is 2 by 6. However, with the fact that you need, if you're going to be doing double chests, which, like I said, works just fine, just need to, whoops, yeah, works out just the same. If you're doing double chests, you're going to need, or even if you're not doing double chests, you're going to need a space here on the side, mostly because of the fact that you're going to have crossover from this line, and you're also going to have crossover from the redstone torch. And then when you get down, let's say if you were to have them butt up right against each other, you get down to this part here, and this line would cross over here, which would be plugging into this side. So you will need to have 1 gap space in between each of these modules, but so ultimately you get a 4 by 6 footprint. And you can zigzag as much as you need because all the space is open underneath, so you can basically hopper over and back and over and back to create more chest storage in a single area. So basically all I did here was I put it in a big box. So you guys feel free to use this as much as you want. I'm really interested to see some of the warehouse designs you guys can come up with. And that's all. This is Razor One Rot, and hopefully this will be opening the doorway to a lot more tutorial videos on our YouTube channel very soon. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Have a good night.